Hi everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel for another Handmade Christmas with Joy video. Today I created all 9 of Santa's reindeers using the tiny gift box and reindeer add-on from Lawn Fawn, and these guys are so cute. So I did all of the die cutting and it took a while. This is a big project, I'm just going to say up front. I don't know how long it took me, but it took me a long time. So I did a lot of the die cutting. I'm going to put 2 of the reindeer together for you, and then we're going to add some little finishing details and a sentiment, and you definitely want to watch till the end because they turn out so cute. So I have cut his head here. You have his face, his nose, another little nose, which I have die cut from a red glitter cardstock. Most of my cardstock is from Cardstock Warehouse. I think it's Nubuck brown, whitewash, paper bag for his antlers. We have forest green, ebony, red wagon, sparkle, gold touch, MirriSparkle, silver. So there's a lot of sparkle going on. You have his little chest piece here. Then there is his tail. There's 2 pieces to this. I have die cut that from the Nubuck brown and the whitewash. And then you've got his cute little antlers that we're going to add to his head. Then you have those 2 little pieces. They're his legs, and there are hooves that I have die cut from black cardstock. So I'm going to adhere the hooves down. And then you have the box piece. So you have the tiny gift box, which is there to the left. All of these pieces right here are the deer add-on pieces. And these can definitely fit some little treats in it, some little like Hershey Kisses or a little bonbon or something like that. Okay, so now we have him together, and I'm going to add some black glaze pen to his inside of his eyes. What you could do is just cut some little black pieces of cardstock and adhere it to the back, but to me this was much faster. So I'm going to score on all, or fold on all of the score lines for the box, and I'm going to fold away from myself. This box is super easy to put together. I will say I did use liquid glue. If you're going to do this many, I did 9 of these. If you're going to do a lot, use some score tape, which I did on the second half that I didn't show on video. I don't know why I had thought to use liquid glue, because you have to hold it for a second. So on those pieces there is where you'd put the score tape. So this is the back of the box. So I'm going to hold that in place for a second, and then you have this side here that you're going to add adhesive to, and then you can adhere that down. So again, do not use liquid glue unless you're only making a couple. If you're going to make a lot of these, if you're going to mass produce, absolutely take the time to do the score tape. I think I was just being lazy at the beginning, thinking, oh, this will be faster. It was not. So see here, it's taking a second to like really get it to dry. So now you can put this box together. So now you have this cute tiny little box. Let's adhere his little tail. I think you could have it either way. I think you could have the white facing out. I have the white facing in because I want to see it from the front, but it just kind of sits in that little open scalloped area. Then you have this little die that I'm going to put on the sides of the legs. This has little die cut holes, so you're going to have like the little spots that you always see on the back end of a deer. And I'm going to do this for both pieces, both side leg pieces, if that makes sense. So that one's going to go there. I'm going to make sure that where I die cut it, when it lines up on the back, it's next to the tail and not towards the front. So run that through my die cut machine one more time. Now I am going to cut a little square piece of the whitewash cardstock, which is a cream cardstock, and I will adhere that behind. Now I'm not going to do this for all of the reindeer because I do want them to kind of look a little bit different, because these are all of Santa's reindeer. Let me think. Now there's no way I could remember all the names, but they are Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and of course Rudolph, which is who we are making right now. So I added a little bit of liquid glue. Now we have his little spots. So again, the spots are going to be near the tail because usually these spots are kind of by their little backside. I am adding glue to the box, not to the leg piece. I felt like then I wouldn't have glue squishing out in places I didn't want it. I'm going to line it up on each side, and then put the other set of legs on. And then they literally stand up on these legs. It's so cute. And then I'm going to do, of course, his little head. I'm going to add the glue to the front of that. But let's add some holly. So this is part of the deer add-on. I have die cut that from Forest cardstock and Red Wagon Sparkle cardstock. So the holly berries are the sparkle. And then I want to do a little bow tie. This is the MirriSparkle Silver. I feel like that's a tongue twister. So I'm going to put that up by his little antler, and then I felt like these guys, I mean, these aren't regular reindeer. These are Santa's reindeer, and they need to be dressed up because they literally have somewhere to go. So I feel like they need a little extra something. So let's glue him onto the front of the box, and then we will go through another one putting it together because it really is so super simple. It is simple, but there's a lot of die cutting, but this would definitely be a project to, you know, when you're just kind of doing nothing, just get all your die cutting done, and you could absolutely assemble this sitting on your couch, watching a whatever, and, you know, I think that would just be the kind of the best way to do it. I'm going to use a little R30 Copic marker to add some cheeks, little rosy cheeks to these cute little reindeer. Now something else that I thought would be cute. Oh, let me add some little detail to the eyes with my white gel pen. I thought about this for probably 10 minutes and then I decided against it because I was sick and tired of die cutting. But what I think would be really cute is if you made an advent calendar out of all of these reindeer. I think if you did 24 and Rudolph was on day 24, but you could have these hang on a garland. You could have these attached to a board, paint a cute board, kind of a sign, and adhere these to. You could have little treats inside, or something that we do at our house. We have these cute little houses that have all the little doors that you open, and we have a piece of paper that says to do something. So either it's like singing a Christmas carol or watching a Christmas movie, having a Christmas treat, taking a Christmas treat to somebody, or giving somebody hot chocolate, or doing a Christmas favor for somebody. We have those kind of things. So that would be cute inside of this. I just was like, I just don't want to die cut any more of these. 9 was enough. But if you had someone to help you die cut, you definitely could do that. I think that would be a super, super cute idea. So this is just one of the other reindeer. Let's pretend this is Dasher. We're going to put Dasher together. Again, super simple. Putting the little hooves on, the face. So of course the rest of these reindeer do not have a red nose, but I still did use that second nose piece. I still put that on because I felt like it just stuck out a little more. It was a little bit more dimensional, so I definitely liked that. Adding the black glaze to the eyes, and then the little rosy cheeks with the R30, which if you're mass producing, you know, you don't have to do that on there. You could just leave that out. And then let's fold up our box. Oh, first bow tie. I'm going to do the gold one. This is the Gold Touch cardstock from Cardstock Warehouse. Again, I'm going to fold on all of the score lines away from myself. I did speed this up just a little bit. Adding the glue. I think after about the third one of these, I smartened up and added the score tape because it was so much quicker and so much faster. But you can see these are fairly decent sized boxes. I think when I've made treat boxes with these before with bats, I think I was able to get a couple, 2 or 3 Hershey Kisses in here. I'm just making sure that the sides are nice and lined up because you want to make sure that the box closes. Let's add the legs. So this one I did not use that die to give the little spots on the side because again I wanted some of these to be different. So a few of these have them, a few of them don't. Close that down, then I can add the tail. I realized I added the glue on the wrong side for myself, but you could definitely have that colored part of the tail facing out, which I think is anatomically how deers look, but this is reindeer, so maybe it's different. I don't know. And then let's glue the little front face on here. Now, we're gonna add some little extra goodies to these guys because they're so darling and they just needed a little extra something. And we are also going to add a sentiment. Okay, all of my reindeer are done. I just put the rest of them together, and then now I can add the little holly berries. Now I do want all of them to have holly berries. I think it's a cute little something extra to add to their antlers. It adds a little extra sparkle, brings a little color up to the top part of these guys. But I am going to alternate what sides they're on. So these reverse tweezers are fabulous. A little bit of liquid glue, and then you just kind of pop that into place. But look at how cute they are all together. I love these little guys. Now I'm going to bring in some dimensional things to add to these guys. I have, as you can see, one of them has a little candy cane. I got these candy canes from Amazon. I will have them linked for you guys below, but they're clay candy canes and they are darling. I got them for some other projects, but they look cute here. I'm also going to use some of my favorite snowflakes from Trinity Stamps. These are the vanilla snowflakes, or vanilla something snowflakes. So some of them will have snowflakes and some of them will have candy canes. They will all have a bow tie and all have the holly berry. I'm going to use a large and a small snowflake. Here's the cute little candy canes. I just think these are so darling. I'm going to add some adhesive, some glue to a few spots and then adhere that down. But this just adds a little something extra that I think is really cute. It gives the reindeer a little more character. I think little kids would think this so cute. I know my granddaughter will think these are so cute. So I'm going to have to fill these full of treats for her. And that way she can open them up and have some fun little things. So some more snowflakes. We've got a couple more to finish up here. And I die cut 3 red bow ties, 3 silver, and 3 gold, since we have 9 reindeer. Now, I wanted a quick way to do some sentiments. I am going to add the highlights to all the eyes here, but I didn't want to have to stamp 9 sentiments after I finished doing this. Oh, for Rudolph, I am going to add a little something extra. So he's going to have a snowflake and a candy cane. Actually, he's going to have a couple snowflakes. So he has a small snowflake in the center of his bow tie, and then he's going to have a large snowflake on his candy cane, which I do decide to add a little bit later. But I'm going to add the little dots to the eyes because now the black glaze pen is completely dry, so the white gel pen will go on top, and this is going to add a little something extra to them. But again, if you're mass producing, you don't have to worry about this step because they still are super darling either way. But look at how cute he is. And here's where I've decided he needs one more snowflake. Okay, so for the sentiments, I'm going to use Tailored Expressions Simple Strips Christmas. This is a really great stamp set, and it has a coordinating die that we're going to use. So I'm going to put that in my Misty. It is a red rubber stamp, so you need to take your foam insert out. I just have some white cardstock in there, but this is going to give me tons of Christmas sentiments that I need for my little treat boxes here. I am going to ink this up with lobster ink from Lawn Fawn. I love this red ink. It's so pretty, and this pop of red against all of that brown is going to be fantastic. There is a coordinating die that lines up with those little squares on the side, but I'm actually going to shift the die to the left a little bit because I need to hole punch these sentiments. So I'm not going to line it up exactly right. I'm going to shift it again to the left a little bit so I can use my really tiny, tiny hole punch, so that way I can run my my little twine through it, my little gold twine through it. So I'm going to tape that in place, run that through my die cut machine, and then I have a ton of sentiments, which is really fast and really, really easy. And I love that these have like the little flag end. I think that's a little extra something. So I'm going to pick out the sentiments that I want, that I think will be great. There's a lot of sentiments that I'm going to be using. And then I have my small hole punch that I'm going to be hole punching with, and then my little very thin gold twine. So I'm picking out my 9 sentiments that I think make sense and go. And then the rest of them I can put aside and save for another project, a card, or whatever. I'm going to trim 9 of these. I'm not going to do them all on camera, but I am going to get a lot of these trimmed. Then I'm going to use my hole punch and punch all of these little guys. And for some reason, my hole punch was sticking, which was really frustrating, making it take a little bit longer than it needed to. But I got this little tiny hole on the end that I left a little more room on. So when I slid that die cut over, this is the end I left the room on. So it's kind of at the beginning of the sentiment where the hole punch is going to be. And then I can just thread these through each one of them and tie a knot at the top. So we're going to attach these super simply. I'm going to open up the lid, slide that little loop over, and close the lid. That's how I'm using this. I think it's so simple and so easy, but then you have all of these great little sentiments and all of these fun little Santa's reindeer. So look at how cute these are. I hope that you guys enjoyed this project. Thank you so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful Christmas. Bye.